Finding a good Roblox RPG is like finding a decent snack in a trash can. It's mostly garbage, but at the end of the day, it's free. Well, I lied, because today I'm reviewing Blue Heater 2. It's only 49 Robux, and that's because it's still in beta, but that won't stop me from judging it. So, if you're familiar with Blue Heater 1, I'm not, but by the looks of it, they look pretty similar, just an upgraded version. So, let me skip over that. To begin with, when you join the game, you create your character. I would show you footage, but by the time I decided to make this video, I'd already made my character, and you can't make another character without paying Robux, which I'm not a big fan of, but you gotta make money somehow. Hey, it's Future Me here, and I realized you can actually customize your character at any point. You don't have to make a new character to do this. I actually do like the customization here. There's a lot of options. My only problem is it takes so long to go through all the things. I gotta keep clicking, and it takes a while to load. So it'd be nice if it had all the options laid out in some boxes, but, you know, whatever. When you load into the game, you spawn in this random village, and this cutscene plays, showing you all the nice views, and, you know, it is a nice looking game. It's just, the cutscene really shows nothing. It just keeps going on. It's kind of boring. It's not even music. It's the perfect place to put, like, a theme song or something, but it's just the sounds of nature. It's not, like, a big problem. It's just, like, it's not really showing me anything. So I skipped halfway through, and luckily they do tell you how to skip it, so good job. After that introduction, I go walking around the town and discover this bestiary, which, you know, was blank when I first came here, but I've killed a slime, so it appears there. Then I discover the companions, which, you know, they added gambling, sure, why not? Why are you showing me this to begin with, though? I don't care about that, I can't even use it. So I keep going, and I discover this guy who looks like he's got a quest, but he's just like the game and join the group. I don't want to like the game and join the group. No, I'm not gonna do that. You get this nice view as you leave the town, and I really like it. I find my first real quest giver, which you can't see here, but he gives you a quest to kill some slimes, and I do have another gripe with the UI. It's just, first of all, why is it hold E to interact? Why isn't it just press E? Isn't that kind of annoying? It's just an extra nothing. I'm not. What do you gain from that? Why don't you have hold E to collect, you know, rocks and stuff? Because why you gotta make it for the dialogue? It just discourages me from talking to. I don't want to talk to people with the hold E for 10 seconds. Okay, well, it's like half a second, but still. I'm also not a big fan of the dialogue UI. Maybe it's just personal taste. It's not so much the UI. It's more how you get through it. It feels slow to click through it and have it load, so I'd really like it to be more snappy on that. Maybe I'm being too nitpicky there. The UI itself is fine. It's good. But anyway, I go off to kill my first slime. Well, obviously I've already done that, but just to demonstrate the combat a little bit, killed that one instant. Let me switch to my stick. Okay, so, you know, the enemies are cool. Combat feels pretty alright right now. As you can see, there's a red box showing where it attacks, you know, kind of like Sword Burst 3. Right, let me skip through some of this. This town, there's a guard who wants you to do stuff. You could just walk straight past him. You don't have to do that. I thought it'd be cool if you try to go past him, he would attack you or something. Something stupid like that. But yeah, you could just go right past him. I don't know if it's a main quest. I followed it a bit. Like I said, it's kind of annoying to do quests with how long it takes to get in the dialogue, and man, it's just, let me go through it. But this town is full of people who are like weapon masters, and they'll give you a weapon of like all of the basic weapons, or I guess all the weapons in the game, which is good. You get to try out all the weapons, but the way they do it is just so boring. It's like, hey, I got a sword in my house, you can have it, I guess. I don't know who you are, you can have my sword, I would teach you how to use it, why not? It's like, oh, I got an axe in this tree. You want this axe? Because it's stuck in the tree. You can have it. I'll teach you how to use it. I understand you got to get through a lot of weapons, but is there anything more creative you could do? You don't have to make all of the quests easy. I don't think people want to do all of them anyway. What I would do is tie it to one quest where it's like one guy, he's got a bunch of weapons laid out. It's like, alright, adventurer, take your pick. You can try them out. Try out which one you want to use. You can only take one, but you can try them all out. And I'll give it to you. It's whatever, I don't know. Something cool. Maybe you gotta go build it yourself. That would teach you how to craft. I think that would be good too. Another thing, that leads me on to the crafting the crafting is kind of a mess. It's all in one big blob. I don't want to keep going on the negatives, but I mean, the whole reason I made this video is because it looks like a good game, but it's these little details that bug me. And so it's like, if you just fix these, this might actually be a top quality game. And I feel like most of these problems, if you could call them problems, maybe it's personal preference, I don't know, but they could be fixed pretty easily. I feel like just some messing around, like the structure's already there, you just gotta tidy it up. It still is in beta. I mean, it's in beta. I also got this mount, as you can see, very cool. Sideways horse, that's fine, that's always good. I always find it entertaining how you gotta explore sometimes to get skills and items, so that's a big plus for me. Actually, what did here we go. Lightning. Let me equip my lightning. Can I power strike with my staff? Yeah, that's cool. So I guess I'll just keep exploring. Now trying to use the parry tactic that I was never taught, I died to the goblin. I soon realized that it's not a parry, it's a block, which, you know, fair enough. I prefer magic, so I'm gonna stick to that for now. I come across a new area, a wheat field, full of wolves, and this is where I realize how short the wonder radius of enemies are, which it's kind of a shame, because I think it'd be a good way to punish players into becoming stronger so they can explore more, because you can just walk right past them and they're not gonna do anything. The music kicks in and it's actually pretty nice. Next on the list, I come across the Goblin King. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be a strong enemy, but with my magic I can just kind of walk around them and beat him up. Well, that is kind of a problem in some of these RPGs, is projectiles can be overpowered sometimes. And I think it's just the Goblin King. I think other enemies have abilities to, you know, fight you. So, beating up the Goblin King, I continue on my way. I try to escape the Goblin lair. Try to fail this jump, and I fall through the map. I'm not gonna judge for bugs like this. Assuming it's a bug, maybe that's how they want to do it, I don't know. But I end up spawning back at the beginning. I'm not quite sure how to get a checkpoint, so that's quite annoying. I look at the developer console, and surprisingly there's no errors at all. Usually in most Roblox games there's like at least 20 errors. So it's nice and clean, I see. Well, I head back to the area I was, and I get a new quest to attack this bee, and you know, it's just one bee. Except this bee lives, like this bee is strong, and it beats me up. Yeah, so much for running around enemies, that had a big hitbox. So I guess mages are dealt with in this game. I do quite like the combat though, you know, all the abilities are cool. Here I am breaking out of the map because that's my favorite thing to do in these games. Until I fall through this mesh and end up dying. So that's gonna be the end of my journey for now. This was just a quick overview of the game. Maybe I'm a little harsh, but that's just because I want the game to succeed. So if you want to support the developer, consider buying the game in the description below. If it's still even in beta, I think it's actually releasing soon, I'm not sure. You know, my takeaway, it's not a bad game. It's still in beta. I can't really complain there. It's got good graphics, good skill design. The main problems I had is it lacks a solid tutorial, you're dropped off with no objective, the dialogue feels kinda slow, and the monster wonder range is so low that you could be attacking them with your magic and they just run back to their spawn. There's some bugs, but I'm assuming they'll be fixed at some point, so I'm not gonna really talk about them. Oh yeah, the crafting menu is extremely messy, but that stuff takes time to make. It's just something to keep in mind. But if the developers look at some of this, I think this game could be really good. Anyway, that's all for my rant, so I'll see you guys later.